Good evening. This is the Dean of All Things Spicy with Conjured Vapors Peppers, and I'm here to do a pepper review. At least I'm assuming I'm here for a pepper review. So I got a small flat rate box in from Mr. Clayton Hollingsworth, and I'm excited to see what's inside. So let's see what we got. Like Christmas morning every time you get a box of pods. Yes, they are pods, and they're beautiful pods. Comes with a card that explains what the different pods are. It's always helpful. Always nice to know what you got going. Mr. Dean, I hope these pods find you well. Thank you and enjoy. Jesus is Lord. Romans 10, 9, and 10, and 13. Clayton H. Check that out. So we're going to review a couple pods from Clayton. Maybe 3, I don't know. We'll see. Figure out what we're going to do. And over the next few videos, one of the things that I'd like to do is discuss some other YouTubers, some other pepper reviewers, some challenge eaters, some of the YouTube channels that I enjoy watching, right? So, we don't always have a lot of time to watch every single YouTuber out there. When I first joined the pepper community, pepper YouTubers were not very easy to find. I mean, there were, 3 to 5 main channels and major channels that, you could find. But now it seems like almost every challenge eater, almost every pepper lover has created their own channel. And that's a great thing, right? So many people are coming into the community right now, and they get to find some people that they might jive with. I may not be a person that you jive with, and if not, that's cool. So I would like to showcase a few YouTube channels over the next few videos, and perhaps maybe you'll find someone else that you enjoy watching or somebody that you jive with. And, I hope that you find something out that is perfect for you. So the first channel that I'd like to talk about is Joseph Alfonso. I've been watching his channel quite a bit recently, and he's just this amazing gentleman, young man, who is a hockey player. And he does mostly League of Fire challenges. He absolutely challenges himself, and it's a fun thing to watch. He has a great outlook on life and a great outlook on, what he's doing and what he's enjoying in life, and it absolutely shows through in his video. So I would like you guys to go check out Joseph Alfonso as well. Maybe you'll find something in there that you like as well. So that'll be my first one for today anyway. So let's get into a couple of these pods. So this from Clayton Hollingsworth is a lava crossed with a Testanera. We're going to get into this pod and see what she's all about. I love the fact that they're labeled. Makes it super easy for you to know what you're getting into. Now, I am going to save some seeds, so please forgive me. It'll take a couple extra seconds per pod. But I would like to grow this lava crossed with the Testanera, so we are going to do that with my handy dandy knife. Cut her open, see what she looks like on the inside. Mr. Clayton, thank you so much for these pods. Now that's a Chinensi smell. Has a little bit of a sweet smell to it too. There you go, that's what she looks like on the inside. She's a good looking pod. I'm going to take a couple seeds out here. That way I can grow them as well. He gave me permission to do so. Hypothetically, if a grower out there ever does not want me to save seed, I'm more than willing to just munch the pod. That's what I enjoy doing the most. But I also very much enjoy growing. And there are a lot of new variants out there that I don't have seeds for, such as the lava cross with the Testanera. So get into this lava cross with the Testanera and see what she tastes like. Now that's a delicious pod. Super sweet. So often when you get into the super hot world, you don't have a ton of peppers out there that are very sweet, right? You'll have some that have a little bit of sweetness, usually on the front end of the pepper, which will usually turn to a bitterness or a floral note or earthy note on the back end. Usually the earthy is not super sweet at the beginning. But this one was very, very, very sweet. And the majority of the chew was sweet as well. The aftertaste is sweet. There was a slight hint of, I don't know, I want to say slight bitterness, but that's unusual for it to go sweet to bitter to back to sweet. It does happen, but heat level, I'm thinking right around, right around maybe 1.2, 1.3 million on the Scoville scale. My personal heat scale, about a 2, maybe. My nose is just slightly starting to move a little bit. The burn is mostly the front half of my tongue and the front half of the roof of my mouth. It doesn't seem like a gravitational burn. Sometimes the burn will move around different parts of your mouth, and this one doesn't seem to do that. So it's a great pepper. I am absolutely excited to grow this pepper next year. It is probably one of the most delicious super hots I've ever put in my mouth. Thank you so much, Clayton. The heat's peaked and it's starting to go back down. So let's get into another pod. Let me move these seeds so that I don't get them confused and mixed up. There's quite a few pods in here, so we're going to, let's see, let's do this one. Pretty pod. So it's a California Reaper, which is one of my favorite peppers. Also tends to have a sweet note to it. Cut her open and see what she looks like on the inside. You know what? Can you guess what it is? Oh, can you do any knife? Yeah, that's what it is. You were right. That's exactly what it was. That's what the California Reaper looks like on the inside. Dive right in and see how she tastes. Tastes pretty much like every California Reaper I've ever tried. So the California Reaper, and this one specifically, tends to have a sweet note on the front end. And this one did. Nowhere near as sweet as that lava crossed with the Testanera. That one was phenomenally delicious. This one's good tasting. The sweetness on this one moved from that slight sweet note at the beginning to a mixture of bitterness and floralness. Now, both the bitterness and the floralness were slight. Neither one was massive, right? To this day, I really don't care for the pods that are super, super, super floral, and that's all they are is floral. You know, a few videos back, I did a thunderstorm out of my garden, and it was extremely floral. Didn't really care for it. I am developing a taste for floral peppers, um, but I think that they have to have the bitterness alongside the floral for me to really enjoy it, right? So this one, like I said, it started out with a little bit of sweetness, moved into a mixture of both bitterness and floralness. And I want to say the heat level is 1.3 to 1.4 million. My personal heat skill, pain skill, whatever you want to call it. Remember that I have had 2 pods now, probably about a 3.5. My nose is starting to run slightly more. No tears yet. Let's see, what else can we get into? Golden Primotalli. I love the Primotallis. They're an amazing pepper, and they tend to be pretty warm. Let's cut her open, see what she looks like on the inside with my handy dandy knife. That one doesn't have a super huge chimney's flavor or scent on the blade. And that's what she looks like on the inside. I need seeds from this one. I think I have golden Primotalli seeds, but I'm going to save a few just to be safe. You know, one thing about peppers is that even though it's a variety that is the same that you already grow, peppers do change a little bit with the terroir that they're grown in, right? So a pepper grown in California is going to be a little different in both heat level as well as in flavor as the exact same pepper from the exact same parental generations grown on the East Coast. So I'm going to take out, I don't know, 5 or 6 seeds, maybe 7. And I'll show you that the placenta is still intact. Placenta is where the heat resides, not the seeds. So my nose is running a little bit. But that terroir, the total environment of the pepper, where the pepper is grown, the soil, the nutrients in the soil, um, the atmosphere, how cold, how hot, how wet, how dry. The entire thing is the terroir that it's grown in. And a pepper, like I said, will taste completely different sometimes when it's grown in different terroirs. Look at the Hatch pepper in Hatch, New Mexico. It has a very unique flavor. And if it's grown, that exact pepper from the exact same seeds is grown anywhere outside of Hatch, New Mexico, you're not supposed to call it a Hatch pepper because it wasn't grown in Hatch. It's not going to taste the same. But anyway, Golden Primotalli. Good pepper. Like I said, I love the Primotallis. This one was mostly earthy, had a very, very, very slight sweetness at the beginning, then moved into the earthy flavor. Tiny, tiny, tiny bit of bitterness on the back end, but not really much floral to speak of specifically. The burn is mostly middle to back of my tongue, little tiny bit in my throat. The heat's ramping up, so I can't tell you exactly where the heat resides yet. I love earthy flavored pods. They're absolutely one of my favorites to consume. Don't get me wrong, I love sweet pods as well, but the more earthy, the more I enjoy them. So the heat is gravitating, or the burn is gravitating towards my throat. It's still ramping up. I am feeling a little bit of wetness in the eyeballs. Nothing's fallen yet. Still climbing. Just a delicious pod. So to go back to that lava cross with the Testanera, if you were to take that pepper and put it into culinary use, I think the best thing that I would do with it is I would probably bake it into a sweet bread of some sort. Banana bread, zucchini bread, cream cheese bread, which is my specialty. Um, I believe those sweet notes would absolutely lend to a baked good. Then you move on to the second pepper that I consumed, which, the California Reaper. I like California Reapers with poultry, chicken, turkey, any kind of dish like that, especially the lighter sauces. If you have like a chicken fettuccine alfredo or something. Whoop, we got it here. Yeah, California Reapers are always really good for that. So this heat has built to its maximum, I believe. The burn is gravitated mostly to my throat now. Like I said, I have a tearful. Um, I want to say this is about 1.8 to 1.9 million on the Scoville scale. They say they can go as high as 2.2, 2.3, but I'm thinking 1.8 to 1.9. I am feeling it a little bit on my chest, and my nose is starting to run more. I feel that the burn has ramped up to where it's not gonna get any higher, and it's gonna start coming back down now. So anyway, thank you, Mr. Hollingsworth. I appreciate the pods. I will be reviewing these over the next few days. And for everybody watching, please go check out Joseph Alfonso. See if it's something you like. He doesn't really review peppers. He does mostly League of Fire challenges, and that's great. I do League of Fire challenges. League of Fire is a great organization, great people, and he's been interesting to me. He's absolutely someone that I enjoy watching. So anyway, this is the Dean of All Things Spicy. Thank you for watching. Have a beautiful night. I'm out.